Hello Captains, it's me TONIK TZW here in the Tier 7 Japanese cruiser, the Blazing Dread. It's a premium. I've got it on my free-to-play account. I haven't got it on my regular account, and I really like it. It's a bit fun. It's also a little bit squishy at times, but this one's called Mid-Rush Madness. It looks wonderful in that camo, and it is a very fun ship to play. That's my build on it. It's nothing special. I've only got Yamamoto. I don't have any premium commanders on this one, and none of my commanders are max level yet. You'll see there I'm running a level 11 Charles Madden and a level 14 Norman Scott. I just use what I've got available on this account for my captains and inspirations, but I'm in division with a Pikey Monkey and Dark Lord, who's in his Hampshire. He's going to have a hell of a game. I'm going to have quite a solid game, and unfortunately Pikey Monkey in his Jean Bart is going to suffer the devastation of a nuclear blast, because what happened at the start of this game was completely unexpected. And as I said, I'm playing a little bit cautiously, pushing around the corner, and we're going to see what we can spot. And it is going to be a little bit of a calamity. Everybody normally rushes out to the flanks on this one. There's the split. We're going to put a salvo across there, hoping we can land some shells on. There's a battleship out there. But the our destroyer is on the left side as well, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a Munchen out there. The guys on our right have gone out wide to the right. It's a 1-for-1 trade on the destroyers, which means that nobody has a destroyer on the team, but there's a Monarch pushing in straight into the middle of the map. And look at this in front of us: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships out of 9. They've already lost one. There is only one ship that isn't coming in this direction right now, and I'm thinking this is not a place that I want to be. But we get our torps out, and we're thinking, can we get fire on these two idiots that have crashed into each other in the middle of the map? Of course we can. One of them's hit smoke, and I'm going to try and get my guns on Edinburgh there. He's got a strong bow, but while he's broadside, we're going to switch to Armour Pearson. And Dark Lord in his Hampshire is absolutely railing. He's been having some amazing games in that ship today. I get a double Citadel on the Edinburgh, and then he goes out. So I don't know what happened there. I guess he just overran his smoke screen, panicked, and now the Monarch is committed to coming forwards into the middle of the map, and he's probably rethinking his life decisions. There's a Harlem down there. It is pushing as well with the Brandenburg. We've got a fire on the Monarch, and we're just looking. He probably isn't going to be able to see us until we fire our guns. Can we get a shot on him here? He's getting battered. The torpedoes are running. They're looking good, and he is going to get away by the skin of his teeth, because it runs out right before it makes contact. That was a hard push by Red Team, but they've lost 3 ships. The Brandenburg is in air cap. The Harlem is in air cap. We have 2 ships that have turned into air cap as well, and I'm trying to get my guns round to see if I can get some fires on these guys and keep them reset. But there is the Megami who's kiting. We're going to put some shots out there as well, try and get them across the top, and then we're going to try and defend a cap here. And there goes Pikey in his Jean Bart. What I will say about this game is, although we have an advantage now, this is going to turn into a very, very close game. I can't get anything onto the Brandenburg anymore, but he takes a battering there from, I don't know who it is. It's a not a Petropavlovsk. I've forgotten the name of it now. He's going to die in a minute. Anyway, there we go, the Pizarski. We get the label up. He dies to the Brandenburg. The Harlem is in there too. I'm backing up. Can I get any resets? Can we get on that other cruiser? Can we get on the Monarch here? He sailed into the cap too. Let's see if we can get a fire, because he's on the far side of the cap. We can get shots across the top, and we're trying to help those guys out on the right edge of air cap. It isn't huge damage yet, but Dark Lord calls out that B cap is turning, which means that there is something in there. It's not a destroyer. It's got to be something with fairly low concealment. It is the Megami. He's sailing into that cap. I'm spotted, and I'm looking at him. He is beautifully broadside, and when I've got AP loaded and Dark Lord has got AP loaded, this guy is not going to last very long. So I'm putting a turn in. I'm expecting torpedoes coming this way. My sonar is running, and Dark Lord picks up another kill, and we get our 4th assist of the game. I'm getting a lot of assistance and no kills at the moment, but I can't quite get onto this Harlem yet. He disappears again. I think it's a Nagato or an Amagi out there on the right hand side. He is going to sail all the way around. It's not looking good, is it? We've got one ship way out on the left hand side. There's the torpedoes. Myself and Dark Lord here on the center, so we decide that we are going to push B and I am going to push A. And hopefully we can do something here. There we go. It is a Nagato. So we know we've got the battleship in the cap. We know we've got the Harlem in the cap. There is a ship way out there on the left-hand side. That is 3 of 4. And the other ship is the Munchen, who has just appeared way down there on the bottom of the map around D9. Now, if there's anything that you don't do in a battleship, it's chase after a kiting cruiser that can spam high explosive at you constantly and just burn you down. And especially when he's got himself spotted, that means that the Harlem can drop his planes on him, and that is not going to be good at all. But I don't know who he's shooting at. Is he shooting at the Monarch? Is he shooting at the Munchen? I don't know, but we're going to come around the corner and see what we can do about this Harlem, because people are predictable. He's going to be hiding behind this island. He's not going to push out because he's going to be looking at using his airdrops on our Nagato. We're going to turn the corner here. We get him spotted, and unfortunately for him, he is well within spotting range, and I'm guessing that he's just used both his airstrikes on our Nagato. I can't get my torpedo angles open up wide enough without sailing into an island, so I'm going to turn into him and switch to high explosive. There goes the Nagato. This Harlem, honestly, pain in the backside to kill. The one thing I have learned is you've got to go high for the superstructure, because it just doesn't appear to have a citadel most of the time. But we're going to try and get a fire on him. And Dark Lord is going to chip in on this one as well. He did say that if he'd finished this one and another one, he could have had a 7-kill game. But I'm not holding fire on this one. We're going to get rid of him. There's his airdrop. We are on the cap, and we're going to swing it round a little bit and thankfully avoid that little carpet bombing. And then we're going to let the fire tick down. Red team are down to 3 ships. We are down to 3 ships. Red team currently have an advantage of 90 points. There is the Monarch, and I tell Dark Lord that I am just going to take this cap. I'm going to get turned around, and then I'm going to come back out and rejoin the fight. But the cap is going to be the important thing here. That Hampshire, I haven't got it, but Dark Lord is pretty astounding in that ship, and it just appears to punch holes in everything, no matter the range, no matter the angle. It does damage, and that is another kill for Dark Lord, which leaves 2 ships remaining. We have managed to pull a 10-point lead here, barely. There is the Munchen. Look at that hit. That was Dark Lord with his armor piercing. And he's told me that he's on 4 kills. He's on for a Kraken. And he kind of tickled away a Kraken from me a short while back. And he said, oh, I'll just help you whittle this guy down. I was like, no, I've got it. And then he got the kill and took the Kraken away from me. And so I was joking on the mic that I'll try and give the Munchen a tickle for you, see if I can just whittle away his hit points. And I think his laughing was putting his aim off. But that guy is kiting away. He's spamming. I think he might be trying to go dark. He probably thinks it's game over at the moment, but he could still do some damage. And as we come around the corner here, trying not to scrape the island, Charlie Cap is being taken because our only ship across there got taken out. And there we are. It's a Duke of York. And because he is sat on a capture point, I am going to farm him for some resets because it's always great XP. And yeah, we're going to spam some HE and we're going to burn him down. And we know he's got super heals and can probably heal out of that damage. But Dark Lord's AP is also going to be giving him a little bit of a tickle as well. He's a full salvo. We're going to lead him because he's picking up speed. He disappears. And we're lucky in that we get away without being set on fire. But he gets set on fire. And if you watch that damage counter at the top right hand corner of the screen, you'll see that that one is ticking on him. So he hit the damage control, we got a fire on him again, and that is the trademark of the Blazing Dread. It has a pretty good fire starting chance, even though I don't use all the captain skills to do that. We pick up a Confederate, which is, for those that don't know, I have done at least 20% damage to at least 6 ships in the game. So it may have seemed a little bit frantic and all over the place, and it may not be the highest damage game, but it just shows that we have had our work cut out for us. And the Duke of York still appears to be ticking here, and because he's still got that fire on, and we're looking at the position of him, we're going to go AP, we're going to go high into the superstructure, we're going to turn into him. There's a good chance, right, that this guy has got HE loaded, because it is got a really good HE pen, and I think a HE fire starting chance as well. And yes, so we're going to damage control that one, perhaps a little bit too early, but we're going to save our hit points. He takes one of our torpedo launchers out, but we're going to swing wide, and we're going to drop those torps as well. We're not going to bother with the smoke, but we're going to try and get our turrets back onto this guy. And just before the torpedoes hit, we're actually going to finish him with the guns there. So that is my second kill of the game, and just as I swing back round, the Munchen has got itself spotted by a Dark Lord there. He is raining on that, and you're just going to see it pop up there. Yes, you did see it right. He finished on 105,600 damage. I got 105,200 damage. A cap, what's that, 14 cap defense there. 3189 for me, 31 is that 58 for him with his Kraken. Neither of us got a high caliber, but I'm happy with the Confederate. He was more than happy with his Kraken, and sadly for Pikey Monkey, the only person he didn't beat, the only person he beat in the game was the guy who didn't play, but he did get absolutely Hiroshima Nagasaki'd on top of his head. So I hope you've enjoyed that one in the Blazing Dread. Please do smash that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave a super thanks if you're feeling generous, or take out a channel membership and help support me long term. As always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.